I think the self-improvement movement might actually be working in a weird sort of way. The amount of teenagers, especially like around my age, even younger and slightly older, that are getting into good habits and are being more sensible around how they spend their time and go about their like younger years. They're being a lot more sensible about it. They're not doing stupidly wild things like doing loads and loads of overstimulating drugs and going out to parties all the time and getting absolutely pissed out of their heads till they can't even remember what happened that night. Not many people are doing that anymore, which is a lot different from I think the scene would have been 5-ish years ago, or even just a year ago. I think the way that it's blown up recently, and I know I don't really have much of a part to play in this or whatever. I'm not one of the big YouTubers. Hopefully it will be that way eventually, but right now I still feel like I can have my own say in changing the world and helping change people's lives, because 700 subscribers-ish is what I currently have as of recording this video. There's going to be at least like 100 of them that have seriously gone about with the mindsets that I hopefully have sort of got into their head. They've seriously gone about changing their life, started exercising, started meditating, and getting into some really solid, good habits and schedules that mean that their life won't ever be the same again in a good way. But I am so overwhelmed and surprised by how common I am. There are so many people now that I know that have social media sort of platforms. There are so many people I know that now that actually go to the gym regularly and exercise and are sensible. Not many people do things like meditation and journaling, mostly because they have a kind of mindset with the things that they may have seen on the internet, that's the kind of thing that's for 50-year-old white mums or something like that, which I can see what they mean from the things that I've seen on the internet, but I found various benefits from doing those practices. So to anyone watching this that does have that mindset, I do recommend opening up to those kind of things and seeing how they could benefit you. But I really do think that this movement that some people have started to create on the internet, using the skills and the time and the platforms that they have to spread the message of how they want to change their life and how they have changed their life. Think about it, self-improvement was non-existent 5 years ago. There may have been like a small space on the internet that sort of had that kind of message, but now I think that bubble on the internet has been growing really quickly over the last, basically since COVID. I got into self-improvement around like a year ago when it came to the sort of internet self-improvement, the generic self-improvement, the fitness, the like meditation, the journaling, all that sort of stuff. I got into that about a year ago, and I've been kind of on self-improvement for around a year and a half. That's the kind of time frame that I'm sort of talking about here. But there have been people that have been on self-improvement for like 10 years, but they're people that are very rare. But it's quite common for someone to have only been on self-improvement for like a year, maybe even 6 months. And it's insane to see how common I am as an individual, someone that doesn't vape, smoke, drink, and do any of those habits, and exercise and go to the gym. That's like actually quite a common personality and lifestyle to have nowadays, whereas maybe a year ago when I sort of first was getting into these mindsets, that was still very common and many people were still doing that. But it's a lot rarer now, and people are actually starting to understand the whole process of instant gratification and delayed gratification. And I think that while I don't have a huge part to play in that, there are people on the internet that have a massive following when it comes to this whole self-improvement space, and I really think that props to them, because they have seriously changed a lot of people's lives, and it really does have a butterfly effect on the world. So yeah, I really just wanted to say that I think this movement is working, and I recommend spreading the message in whatever medium, whatever form you can possibly imagine, because it will help change people's lives, and it will help make the world a better place. So with that, I recommend subscribing, because I love this community of young tribal people who are willing to improve themselves so much more than they already have, and good luck.